We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Just about set to go now in the snowy Meadowlands. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So that one a hold right guard. And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now Jones. Buying time to his left. Finding room at the 30. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Throwing Jones. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago. And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Fitzpatrick. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there, 1st down Washington. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Back to throw again. To Barkley on the check down.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. DeAndre Carter back deep. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Riley Dixon on. He did his collegiate kicking upstate at Syracuse. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Fitzpatrick now. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And Hopkins hangs this one out to the right. Missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And does Washington have it? They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Jones throwing on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Second and 10. They'll look to throw again. And they go back to Tony. It's complete this time. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. Get over the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here's Carter now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And some room to work. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Back to the ground with Gibson. Powers through. And they've got it in the red
zone now, down at about the 19.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Once more, Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
scampering home from 19 yards out.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go to Barkley again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Off play action. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake. Jones. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Giants on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paid